EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to the home of the Cardinals, State Farm Stadium in Glendale, Arizona. Straight ahead, we've got a good one on tap. It's the Baltimore Ravens and the Arizona Cardinals.
Tyler Luke to kick off for Baltimore.
Mike Tirico along with my partner Greg Olson. That's the kicker, Tyler Luke, set to get this started. And off we go from Arizona. And he'll be out of bounds on the return. And the drive will begin there.
At their own 45-yard line.
First play, and May goes to the air. He's going to test this secondary right away. And he will go all the way. Marvin Harrison Jr. Touchdown, Arizona. It's his third touchdown catch this year. Now the try for an extra point. He's got it, and the Cardinals will race out to a quick 7-0 edge.
Ravens nothing.
Seven 0 is our score as this kick is sent into the air. And this is going to end up way short of the landing zone, so that's going to move the ball up to the 40-yard line. They'll come up 1st and 10 at the 40. They'll start this on the ground with Mitchell. A big hole to the 20. And he will score. Keaton Mitchell. Touchdown, Baltimore. His first touchdown of the new campaign. Tyler Luke now for the extra point. He's got it, and the Ravens come right back to tie it at 7. Each team one possession, each team a score. 7-7 as they kick it off. Now return coming from the 7. Ooh. And he'll be taken down right at the 29-yard line.
At their own 29-yard line.
Here we go, throw it.
On the ground for the first time. Here comes Jonathan Taylor. And he'll be out of bounds. That's a nice gain, though, on first down. A pickup of 7.
At the 37-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2.
So, from the 37, here's 2nd down and 2.
Ready, what's up?
Now, May on the move left. He'll get rid of it and complete it. And he'll be marked down at the 45-yard line.
It's a gain of
18 yards on the catch and run will move the chains.
This pass defense, it just has to be better than this, Mike. They have to do a better job accounting for everybody in their coverages. They have to play their defense exactly according to the plan, because if not, this quarterback has enough weapons, he can spread the ball out and find the open space.
They'll work the middle here with Taylor. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one.
Great job here by this linebacker, Mike. There was no reading and reacting. From the snap, he was attacking. Meets the ball carrier right at the line of scrimmage. No gain.
He'll try to push forward. He'll wind up getting 3 yards with that one. Nate Wiggins up to make the tackle.
It's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and 6.
This is 3rd and 6. Working out of the gun. It's May. He'll air it out down the middle. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down. So that'll bring up 4th down. That'll bring on Rigoberto Sanchez to punt. Lejante Wester deep for Baltimore. And we will not have a return here. This one angled out of bounds.
At their own 29-yard line.
Ready.
The drive will begin with a run by Mitchell. And he'll get nothing here. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's all.
2nd and 10.
Jackson now on 2nd down. Quick throw here is complete. And that'll go for a gain of 7. And it's going to set up 3rd down.
So the hope is when you call these underneath drag routes, you're trying to have your tight end come out the backside of the defense in space. So when you put the ball on him early, it leads to big yards after the catch. In this case, they don't get the real big play they were hoping for, but they'll definitely take it.
A 19-yard pickup there. 1st down, Baltimore.
These 3rd down conversions are just so important, Mike. Everybody stresses we want to possess the ball, give our offense as much opportunity to end as many drives as we can, scoring points. So if you want to stay on the field, you better be good on 3rd down.
And that keeps them ahead of schedule. That's a 1st down completion of 7 yards. Here's 2nd and 3 to go.
2nd and 3.
Give up the middle for Mitchell. Good running there. He's got the 1st down inside the 30.
And the offensive line does a really nice job winning this play at the point of attack. And once he got the ball, all he had to really do was just find a crease and hit it, and he's able to pick up the 1st down.
They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Bateman is the motion man. it.
Just a beautiful ball there by the quarterback. And the point I want to make here, Mike, and make sure the viewer understands is, in the NFL, if you have to wait for a guy to be open and then deliver the ball, it's too late. So often these quarterbacks throw their guy open. They anticipate where the void in the coverage is going to be. That's exactly the reason this play worked out here, Mike, and he's able to connect here for a big touchdown.
To kick off for Baltimore.
Now, after the touchdown, Luke is back out to kick this one away. This one taken at the 7. Oh, he's got room past the 30. Oh, nice return, but he takes a big shot at the end of it. He'll start this on the ground. It's Taylor. And he'll be forced out of bounds and pick up a couple on that one.
Out of bounds at the 46-yard line. A gain of 2. Brings up 2nd and 8.
From the 46, here's 2nd and 8. Throwing now is May. Hit as he threw it. The pass is incomplete.
I think he knew in the back of his head, Mike, he had to get rid of this ball a little sooner than he would have liked. And with that pressure getting there in a hurry, it just ends up being a wasted down.
They need 8 as they come up for 3rd down. Operating from the shotgun, it's May. And that is incomplete.
And this passing game continues to come up short these last couple plays. That's 2 consecutive incompletions in a row. Now they're staring 4th down right in the face.
Here's Rigoberto Sanchez now, and he is hoping to improve on his first attempt. And no return forthcoming. It's a touchback, and will come out to the 20-yard line. Here's Mitchell. Room to run at the 35. And they will finally get him down, but not before he's able to take this up near the 40-yard line. Great way to start the drive. A gain of 20 and a 1st down.
Well, that's how you get a drive started. A big play here in the run game, and you have to imagine this is something we're going to continue to see. Success early in the drive typically results in success later in the drive.
Lamar, good work from the pistol. Quickly to the outside and complete. And he'll be driven out of bounds, and that's a pickup of 8.
Certainly not the biggest play of the day, but a good example of picking up positive yardage, staying ahead of the chains by a well-timed ball and a well-timed route.
On 2nd down, a run with Mitchell. And he'll get past the marker. So he's got a 1st down on that gain of 5.
It just seems like every time this guy touches the ball, he makes something happen. And not all of his runs are always going to be positive. He's kind of one of those guys that's going to get a 0, a 1, a 2. But it's the home run threat. It's the big plays that really tip the scales in your favor. And when you can generate those big explosive plays on the ground, man, it makes such a big difference for the offense.
Raven football, quarter number 2 begins as they've got it with 1st and 10.
Hey, report! Hey, Alpha, tonight! What is up? Tonight! What are we? What is up? Tonight!
From the gun, Jackson. Catch made there, left side by Walker. And he'll be out of bounds inside the 30-yard line. They get 18 on the pitch and catch. Good for a Raven 1st down. Now Mitchell. Good goes forward here, down to about the 27. Walter Nolan in there on the stop. It is 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
Ready.
Pistol formation with Jackson. That is brought in at the 10. And he's going to be marked out of bounds down at the 3. That's his 3rd catch of this first half, and good enough for a first down.
First and goal at the 3-yard
The shotgun, here's Jackson. That one broken up in the end zone. It's incomplete. Out of coverage. Excellent there. It'll bring up 2nd and goal.
He's got to find a way to hold on to that one. I mean, you're right on the doorstep of the end zone. And listen, I understand that hit is coming. But guess what? That hit's coming whether you catch it or not. And you get paid to make the difficult catches. And I would classify that one as tough, but you got to make that catch.
He will do it himself. He's in. Lamar Jackson. Touchdown, Baltimore. 2 touchdowns for him now on the afternoon. The dual threat of the quarterback. When you have one that can run, why not use him, especially down here, Greg? And they punch it in for the touchdown.
There's nothing a quarterback loves more, Mike, than down here near the goal line when he can call his own number. And in this case, that's exactly what he does, and he's able to take it in himself.
Now, after the touchdown, Loop is back out to kick this one away. Now return coming from the 7. Now an opening past the 30. And he's brought down right at the 35-yard line.
At their own 35-yard line.
Crazy, crazy, crazy. No, what's that? 5.
On first down, they'll start with Taylor. And he's going to be bottled up quickly after a gain of about 1. Tackled there by Trenton Simpson.
So this team finds themselves now in a little bit of a tricky situation here, Mike. If they don't find a way to start sustaining some of these drives and come away with points, all of a sudden you're trailing by double.
Jonathan Taylor. He's inside the 30. And he will go all the way. Jonathan Taylor. Touchdown, Cardinals. Good-looking rushing touchdown there. Offensive line does its job. That back taking off to the end zone for the touchdown.
Mike, you're exactly right. He might get credit in the box score for that long rushing touchdown, but it was the big guys up front who were able to make that play possible.
Point after try forthcoming. He's got it. And the Cardinals draw closer here. It's 21-14.
Cardinals 14.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. And this is not going to wind up anywhere near the landing zone. So they're going to blow it dead, and they'll bring the ball out to start at the 40-yard line. Jackson now to throw on first down. Open man, that's Flowers. And he'll be taken down, but they are in business inside the 30-yard line. A big play there. Jackson to Flowers. 31 yards.
First and 10 at the 29-yard line.
A first down throw for Jackson. Inside the 10, it is caught. And they're going to get this all the way down inside the 5.
A gain of 26
It's a gain of 26, and it'll set up first and goal.
First down.
These are the kind of plays that when you draw them up on the chalkboard, Mike, they all look great. But if you can't protect long enough, you're never going to get the receiver. I mean, think, he started on the left side of the formation in the slot, and he has to run.
And he will take it in himself. Lamar Jackson. Touchdown, Baltimore. And that is now a pair of rushing touchdowns. The quarterback giving it to them, Greg, with his legs in this one.
And we're starting to see, Mike, why this week this coaching staff told us they're encouraging this guy to do this more often. His ability to be a passer, but also a rusher, is an element to this offense that is hard for defenses to account for.
Tyler Luke to kick off for Baltimore.
Now, after the touchdown, Luke is back out to kick this one away. This one taken at the 7. He's to midfield. They're going to be set up with a short field. What a tremendous kick return.
And we've seen him take one back earlier in the year, and he just about added another one. He's proven to be someone to game plan against in the return game, and that was a heck of a run back.
To throw on first down is May. And they will take him down at the 20-yard line. First time these two have connected this afternoon, and it'll wind up being a first down.
1st and 10 at the 20-yard line.
Crazy!
They'll go play action with May. That is incomplete. No way to force the football in there. Good coverage. It'll bring up 2nd down.
He's usually such a reliable target in the passing game, Mike. We just don't see him struggle to come down with catches like that all too often. And when you're one of the go-to guys on your team, I know the hit's coming, but guess what? It feels a lot better after you take that hit after a catch than it does after a drop.
At the 16-yard line. It's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 5.
3rd down. They need 5.
Crazy!
Out of the gun, here's May. And he's going to have the first down. They convert on 3rd, and it sets up a 1st and goal.
Really nice timing on that slant route. You can tell the quarterback and the wide receiver are completely on the same page, and when executed at that level, it's virtually impossible to stop.
What's that?
They'll run here with Taylor. Nothing there. He is fortunate just to get back to the line. Now it's 2nd and goal. Now after that last play, we have an injured Raven. As the athletic training staff looks at him, we'll step away for a moment.
Hey, 5. What's that? What's that?
On 2nd down, it's May. That's hauled in at the 2. And he'll take it on in. Marvin Harris Jr. Touchdown, Arizona. That's his 2nd touchdown of the game. He's doubled his season output. He now has 4. Extra point attempt to come here. The kick is good. And the Cardinals are back to within 7. It's 28-21.
Cardinals 21.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. And this is going to end up way short of the landing zone, so that's going to move the ball up to the 40-yard line. A pair of first downs gives them 1st and 10, up at the 40. Jackson now. He's going to let this one go deep. That is brought in. And he has got this one all the way down to the 2-yard line. Well, here's the chance to cap off a great half. They have it 1st and goal. They'll send Flowers in motion. Jackson going to give it up on the pop pass to the goal line and in. Zay Flowers. Touchdown, Ravens. That's his second touchdown so far here in the first half. No problem there on the extra point. And the Ravens add on one more as they extend their second quarter lead.
Tyler Luke to kick off for Baltimore.
Now, after the touchdown, Luke is back out to kick this one away. Now return coming from the 7. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
Now a toss, running left, it's Taylor. He'll try to get back to the line, but he's not happening. Going to lose a yard.
Behind the line of scrimmage.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on first down, but that's exactly the case here.
What's that?
Throwing on second down. May. Looking down the field there, but it falls incomplete.
Contrary to what all of the fans at home think, I don't have rooting interest in any of these games. But as you know, when it comes to tight ends, there's no bigger fan than this guy right here. I want to see them be able to connect, especially on those big plays downfield.
Throwing on third down is May. They'll set up the screen to Taylor. And a good short tackle right there. It stops him a good distance short of the marker. It sets up fourth down.
It's fourth down.
Now the Ravens use their first timeout. And they'll stop it just over a minute remaining in this first half. On comes the punter now, as he is on to punt for Arizona. Brought down, short return, and they'll take over there.
The Ravens take over first and 10.
From the 35, it's first and 10. On first down, right back to Mitchell. Inside the 30. And he will score. Keaton Mitchell. Touchdown, Baltimore. That is second touchdown of the afternoon. The PAT up and good. And the Ravens are going to extend their lead.
Cardinals 21. Tyler Luke to kick off for Baltimore.
Still a little time. Final minute of this first half. We'll see if they can do anything with this kickoff that is coming their way. This will be returned from the 6. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line.
The Cardinals take over first and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Throwing on first and 10 is May. Back to the right side. Caught by McBride. That'll change things. Out of bounds inside the 35. It's another big play in a game that's had its share. It's a gain of 43 yards.
First and 10 at the 30.
Here's May to throw it on first down. That one down the field, but it is incomplete. Marvin Harrison Jr., the intended target. It's second down.
It's been a bit of a pedestrian game for this quarterback and ultimately this passing game here today, Mike. And I know they all would have loved to connect on that deep throw. I think that stat sheet would have looked a whole lot different, but just a little off in their execution and leads to an incompletion.
Five.
May to throw on second down. Just trying to avoid the rush there. He's hit as he threw, and the pass is incomplete.
They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
Crazy. What's that? Eddie, what's that?
Throw again is May. To the left side here. Caught by Allison. First pick for him on the afternoon, and it results in a first down. Arizona will take its first timeout. Clock will stop as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in the opening half. Down at the 12. It's 1st and 10.
Here we go, Sadat. Eddie, what's that?
May to the air once more. That one is complete to McBride. Fighting for the goal line. They're going to stop him just short, but he has picked up the first down.
This has been a really good drive so far, but what I really like, Mike, is they're down here in the red zone, and they continue to attack. Now, not quite a touchdown, but with 1st and goal, this defense certainly has their backs against the ropes. That was a perfectly timed hit, and I think it actually saved 6 points, Mike. He got there just as the ball did, and I think it was the contact that separated him from the ball.
And he's in. Trey McBride. Touchdown, Cardinals.
You know, we spent so much time talking about the heroics of a game-winning drive to end the 4th quarter in 2-minute mode. Now let's talk about a 2-minute mode, Mike, at the end of the first half. It might not be in walk-off fashion, but I'll tell you what, executing that here, going into halftime, changes this entire game.
The clock showing 5 seconds remaining in this half as the kick's away. LeJohntay Wester now to return it. And he's going to be taken down. That is going to do it for us in this first half. Third quarter set to commence. And we're back underway here on EA Sports. And this is not going to wind up anywhere near the landing zone. So they're going to blow it dead, and they'll bring the ball out to start at the 40-yard line.
Hey, middle. Next one.
Here's Mitchell from the pistol. He'll work his way ahead for a gain of about 4.
He was brought down at the 45-yard line. A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
Ball spotted at the 45. Here's 2nd and 5. They'll go again with Mitchell. They're going to work this down inside the 45. Give them 14 on that one. First down, Baltimore.
For that play to work, Mike, you have to distort the defensive line at the point of attack. And what that means is the offensive lineman, you need one of them to win their block. Move the defender out of his gap. Because when you do, you can see there is a nice run lane for the back to hit.
He'll get this out wide to Mitchell. And he's not going to get too far, tackled after a gain of just a yard.
This is one of those throws where you're hoping you do most of the damage after the catch, but give credit to the defense. Once that ball was caught, they were on him quickly, and there was nowhere for him to go after the catch.
A throw there on 2nd down, going to be incomplete.
And up until this point, this has been an incredibly efficient game from this quarterback. I mean, it's hard to think here we are in the second half, and that's only his 2nd incomplete pass. So finally, the defense is able to do something to disrupt his timing and finally try to get him out of this groove.
On third down, Jackson. And he's got it to Flowers for the connection. His 5th catch of the afternoon. Good for a first down.
It just seems like whenever they need a big play on third down, you can almost guarantee that he's someone they're going to try to get the ball to, and certainly easy to see why. Clutch play by everyone involved and keeps the offense on the field.
Here's 1st and 10. On first down, it's Mitchell. And he finds a little bit of space. He'll take this forward for a gain of 4.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
From the 23. Here's 2nd and 5. Lamar going to work from the pistol. He'll look for Mitchell out of the backfield. And they'll whistle him down, but not before he picks up a first down after a gain of 7.
If you want to play running back in today's modern NFL, Mike, you have to be able to be a viable weapon in the passing game. It's all about touches. It's not just about handoffs anymore. It's how many different ways can we get the ball in your hands.
They'll run it over center with Mitchell. And good red zone running here, taking it inside the 10-yard line. Pickup of 8. Now it's 2nd and 1. Now it's a bootleg with Jackson. Moving to his right. He keeps it himself.
Yeah, that's a nice job. He's out of the pocket. He knows he doesn't need all that much for a first down. He's able to tuck it, get out of bounds, and keep this drive alive.
1st and goal at the 3-yard line.
This has been some kind of march downfield now. Can they pay it off with 6? It's 1st and goal. Design run here with Jackson. And he's going to be stopped just short of the goal line. Couldn't reach that ball across, setting up 2nd and goal.
Down in the red zone, design quarterback runs are a handful for defenses to account for. But in this case, give him credit. Not a lot of room to maneuver.
And he will score again. Peyton Mitchell. Touchdown, Baltimore. 3 touchdowns for the game. His first 3 of the year.
You can just see the comfort, Mike, that this offense continues to play with. The early momentum in the first half has carried here after the break, and you can see this group just slowly starting to pull away.
And I'm thinking, Greg, about the guys on the other side. You're waiting at halftime, that other offense waiting to get back on the field. What happens? They come right out, extend the lead, and now the task gets a lot tougher for this second half. From the 6, here comes a return. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line.
Crazy. Here goes it.
Maynard on 1st and 10. He'll be hit as he throws, and that one will wind up incomplete. Could not step into the throw that time. It'll bring up 2nd down.
This defense is vulnerable in a few areas along the back end, but none of that will matter if this protection can't do a better job holding up long enough that they can find some of these open receivers that have been able to separate. He just doesn't have the time to get on the ball.
As he throws, and it is incomplete. Just couldn't deliver that one the way he wanted to. Not really sure if there was much there anyways. We do know it'll be 3rd down.
And once he got his head around, he realized he was in danger. I mean, luckily, he was able to get rid of that ball before it turned into a negative play.
Well, can't afford another incompletion here. Quickly, it is 3rd and 10.
Eddie, what's up? Crazy.
Operating from the shotgun, it's May. That is incomplete. Great work to get in there, make things difficult defensively. It sets up 4th down.
Results.
Missed opportunities like these are a big reason why they find themselves down double digits here in the third quarter, Mike. Points on this possession could have gone a long way towards making this game competitive, but instead, poor execution, especially in the passing game, and it's another win.
Oh, look at this! It's a fake! Oh, what a mess here. It is intercepted. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a... chance to extend their lead.
Oh, and they brought the heat trying to block the punt, but without the open target he was relying on, the punter turned quarterback has nowhere to go with the ball. That pressure helped create a sense of panic and led to a throw right towards that defender.
A gain of 4 as he's taken down.
Number 20, Walter Nolan on the stop. A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6 at the 24-yard line.
From the 24 now, here's 2nd and 6.
Report!
They'll stick with him again. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more.
We're seeing such an uptick, Mike, across the league in these hybrid kind of positionless defenders, especially safety. So are they a safety? Are they a linebacker? They're good in both coverage. And in this case, they can play near the line of scrimmage and still make plays on the ground.
Third down, we'll try to get it on the ground. And it looks like he's got enough for the first down. Let's wait for the mark. Yes, that run, that's enough to move the chains.
First down.
And anytime you have one of these big backs, this is exactly the spot to use him. Just lower those pads, keep those legs moving. He's able to find just enough of a seam to pick up the first down.
So they move inside the 20, 1st and 10 at the 18. They'll stay on the ground. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And that's it.
Brought down at the 18-yard line. 1-yard gain. Brings up 2nd and 9.
Here's a 2nd and 9. So, no shortage of offense in this one as we end the third. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Here's 2nd and 9. We see a lot of this as they begin the 4th quarter on the ground. And he nearly got free. But as it is, gain of 6, and it sets up 3rd down. Now after that last play, we have an injured Raven. That not a welcome development here late in a one-sided game. 3rd down and 3.
Hey, Alpha, what?
They'll send Flowers in motion. We'll try to pick this up to the hot pass. Searching for some kind of seam to go forward. It's not there. They get him behind the line. 4th down coming up. On 4th down, it's Tyler Loop for the Baltimore field goal. This a 31-yard attempt. This one is good. He knocks it through. And the Ravens add on to their lead.
27.
I think at this point in the game, Mike, when you have things under control, not only were they able to hold on to the ball for a while, they still were able to manage to add 3 points.
To kick off for Baltimore.
Back to it now after that made field goal. Here's Loop to kick this one away. He'll start at the 4. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line.
Their own 23-yard line.
Operating from their own 23, they'll begin 1st and 10.
Hey, here goes tonight. Hey, what's that?
Give up the middle to Taylor. And he'll plow forward for a gain of 4 yards.
At this point, we're going to need 2 hands to count for how many yards he's averaged in this one, Mike. But unfortunately, it just hasn't been enough to overcome the deficit here at this stage of the game.
Ball on the 28-yard line. Here's 2nd down and 5.
Hey, here goes tonight. Hey, what's that?
They'll go again here with Taylor. And this will be a Cardinals 1st down as the tackle is made just shy of the 40.
It's a gain of 11.
Nice job by them getting the back to the perimeter. Then he's able to get outside, stick his foot in the ground, and then get vertical. Right down the numbers. Those are the type of runs this offense wants to see more of going forward.
So, from the 39, they come up on 1st and 10.
Hey, here goes tonight.
On 1st down, they'll stay with Taylor on the ground. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield. Give him 10 more on that one. Just enough for another 1st down.
First down.
This is one of those cases where having high-end speed in the backfield can be such a game changer. The offensive linemen don't need to hold their blocks quite as long. You give this guy a little bit of a crease, and man, he is gone.
Under pressure, and down he goes. They got him. Brenton Simpson. He gets in to drop him for his 1st sack of the young season.
And now we're seeing the game kind of go back and forth. Each team trading blows, trying to establish control over the other. Nice chunk play on the previous play. The defense responds back with a sack. And we'll see which team can establish a little bit more of this control as the game unfolds. Let's give some credit to this offensive line. Once they identified the blitz, you could see them communicating with one another to make sure everybody is on the same page. And that's what gave the quarterback enough time and found the open man.
Hey, what's that? Crazy, crazy, crazy.
On 3rd down, they'll set up to throw. And that one's incomplete. They really ratcheted up the coverage there. And they force the 4th down.
I think as the offense comes to the sideline now, the quarterback and his wide receivers need to get together and say, hey, guys, what are you seeing out there? How can we find some open targets? Because on that last down, there was nowhere to go with the ball.
Crazy, crazy.
Now or never, they'll throw on 4th down. And that is not going to work. It is incomplete. They go for it on 4th and wind up turning it over on down.
You find yourself down big. It's the 4th quarter. There's really no choice but to go for this at this point. But once again, this defense, they're up to the task, and they come through yet again with a huge stop.
And they'll manage to get this ahead for a pickup of 5.
He was brought down at the 45-yard line. A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
They'll work now on 2nd and 4.
13, 13. 180. What a shot.
A run here with Mitchell. And he will work this down inside the 40. That's going to be good enough to move the chains. 1st down.
I think this 2nd down call, Mike, they were hoping that at worst they had themselves set up for a 3rd down and short. But there's no need for 3rd down. He was able to get enough on 2nd, and they get a fresh set of downs.
Another run here with Mitchell. And he'll be taken down as the clock ticks towards 2 minutes to play.
7-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
So 2 minutes left to play in the second half. Greg and I back for the conclusion in a moment. Hook him up on a 2nd down and 8. They'll run with a man from Marshall, Rashid Ali. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage.
Levi Onwazurike on the stop. A 1-yard pickup brings up 3rd and 8.
Got to get it to the 28, but now it's 3rd down. From the gun, Jackson.
And that's a great job defensively here on 3rd down. Not only taking away all the options down the field through the air, but when the quarterback decides to turn into a runner himself, they're able to converge and make the play and keep him short of the 1st down.
A 51-yard attempt.
He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Ravens will extend their lead.
27.
So it's not exactly what you're looking for when you set out on a drive, but at the same time, you don't want to come away empty-handed either. So in this case, they'll take those 3 points.
Very good kickoff. Returnable from the 4. And he'll bring it out to the 22-yard line. That's where the offense will take the field.
What's that? Crazy, crazy, crazy.
Off the play fake, it's May. This ball batted away. That's incomplete.
And while this one is all but over, these guys aren't going to let up one bit. They have a lot of pride in their performance, Mike. And just because they had this big lead, they're not going to give you anything easy here down the stretch.
He's going to take a shot. Sends it down the middle. That one pinballs around, but it is incomplete.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because think, Mike, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball.
And he's going to be out of bounds, but up past the 35.
13 yards.
It's a pickup of 13 yards. It's an Arizona 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Hey, here goes that. Crazy. Hey, what's that?
Here's May again. Throw here down the field. Will fall incomplete.
Well, not exactly breaking news here, Mike. They got speed on the perimeter that just not a lot of teams in the NFL have. So even though that ball falls incomplete, I think they have to continue to do it, continue to pressure this defense and make them defend the entire field. Because as they're worried about him running by them, there is a lot of space open underneath.
And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. Arizona will take its first timeout. Clock will stop, and they stop it with 22 ticks left on the clock here in the 4th.
Here goes that. Hey, what's that? Crazy, crazy, crazy.
May to throw again. That's complete to Rice. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line. Now a timeout charge to Arizona. That is their 2nd, and they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in the game.
28-yard line.
Hey, 5. Here goes that. Hey, what's that? Crazy, crazy.
To throw on 1st down is May. And this will be incomplete.
So, of course, you prefer to connect on that throw, but think about it like this, Mike. The more they continue to test this defense downfield, the more it's going to open up some of those shorter passes underneath.
That is intercepted. Picked off by Nate Wiggins. And the Ravens are going to have it just past their 25.
And that should be the final one. I mean, barring something dramatic happening here, Mike, I just don't think there's enough time or possessions left in this game to pull off any sort of comeback.
Only one timeout remaining for the defense as they take it in. So it is a win here for the visitors, the Ravens. This was a game where both offenses were up and down the field, marching the ball at will, matching each other point for point. In the end, got a few more defensive stops than their opponents did, and that was the difference in this one. So that'll just about do it for Greg Olson and our entire team. I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. With that, we say so long, everyone.